I wanted to ask about the recording process for Breaking the Chains. How long did it take to put the material together?
I'd probably say it took the best part of a year, to be honest. It was quite intense. There was loads of months of demoing, writing, recording. But yeah, in the end, we kind of, smashed it out, got it done. We're all pretty happy with how it turned out, and can't wait for everyone to hear it.
And I wanted to ask you about the title track. One, I wanted to ask you if you could speak on it, and also I wanted to ask you, did the title become a working name for the album first, or did the song come first?
I believe the song came first and was chosen to be the title track after that. Yeah, it's one that we're looking forward to everyone to hear. And yeah, obviously you'll have to wait till October 18th to get a sneak of that.
Yes, and another one of my favorite tracks on that album is Eternal Flame. I wanted to ask if you could speak on that track as well.
Yeah, sure. It's one of my personal favorites on the album. It's fast, chunky guitar tone, big solos. So there's not much more you could want from a heavy metal track. Yeah, Emmanuel wanted me to say the lyrics are about saving your time, not rushing it, spending it with the wrong people, and being true to yourself.
And how did the video go for The King?
Yeah, it was a really good experience. It was in a place called Antwerp Mansion in Manchester, which is like a haunted old hotel, which was pretty cool. I'd say the song itself was one of my other favorites on the album. I definitely think it was the best chorus on the album, by a guy called Craig Cairns, who is from a band called Tail Gunner. I think he absolutely smashed it on that one. And that song is about expressing an idea of keeping you away from traitors and stopping them spreading their poison into your life.
And was it hard getting to the location to use it as a spot to film?
What was that? Sorry.
Was it hard to get that location as a spot to film?
I think it was a little bit tricky, yeah, and I think quite a lot of big bands have done videos there. So yeah, it was a really cool experience with yeah, some cool areas to record in. So yeah, it was a really good experience.
And the album artwork is very immersive. I wanted to ask if you could speak on it as well.
Yeah, definitely. So our singer Emmanuel Torson had some ideas that he described to an artist called Andrei Balukovic, who's the same designer that did all the artwork for the first album. He also wanted me to say that we didn't use any artificial intelligence, which I think a lot of people do nowadays. So it was all, handcrafted artwork. Yeah, we used the same guy on the first record. So if you're a fan of that, then you'll be a fan of this one.
And I wanted to ask you, what's the next step for the band once the album is out? Will you go on tour?
Yeah, so the album's due to be released on October 18th. We also have a lyric video for Breaking the Chains that's going to come out a similar time to that. And then we're kind of just putting the final touches on a UK tour and a European tour, which will be at some point during 2025.
And tell me how we got here. How did the band form?
Essentially, the lead singer, Emmanuel, formed the band in 1999. Basically spent many years writing, recording demos of all the music, to then obviously later on release in 2022. And then for kind of the forthcoming albums, we've got quite a few songs in the locker still for album 3, album 4, etc.
So you do have tracks that didn't make this album.
We do, yeah. Emmanuel's got quite a big catalogue of songs that he will then send over to us to, write the guitars for and put our own spin on it. So yeah, there will definitely be another album in the future, I can imagine.
And I can't help but notice the Metallica shirts. Was Metallica an influence in your style?
It's a big influence for me. Anything Anything thrash from the early days was yeah, a huge influence for me growing up. As I got a bit older, I was more into bands like Killswitch Engage and Parkway Drive, but always stayed true to the old school thrash. So I really try and mold my sound over my main rhythm tone is everything to me as a guitar player.
And upon release, what is the best way to get a hold of the album and a merchandise that you have?
So in terms of merch is a working process. As we're all kind of working individuals, trying to get the funds together for merch is a bit tough at the moment. We are putting everything into the tour and upcoming album. So at the moment, the best way to get hold of merch would be to email us, which is chrysalidband@gmail.co.uk. You could also send us a private message on Instagram or Facebook. And then the album itself will be out on the Rockshot Records website.
And you spoke about touring and that. Um, as far as touring, what are some of the tracks that you're looking forward to playing live?
Definitely Eternal Flame. I think we're going to be adding that into our set list soon. Also, the title track, Breaking the Chains. I'm not sure if you've heard it, but again, is another one of my favorites. Definitely, I'd probably say Between the King, Eternal Flame, and Breaking the Chains being a top three. So I think all those three should definitely make the cut for the upcoming set list.
And we also discussed the other material that you have in your pocket. Would you say it's
Yeah.
in the same vein as this album?
Definitely, yeah, for sure. I think we have a good mix of fast songs, slow songs, ballads. As far as a metal album goes, I'm really happy with the pacing of it all. I feel like it kind of has everything. So I think going forward, we will be sticking true to what Chrysalid is as a band and a sound. But definitely trying to explore some other options with slightly heavier music and more ballad style music as well. So,
and lastly, I wanted to ask you if you could give a message to your fans, what would that message be?
obviously to give us a follow on all our social media accounts. It makes a huge difference for us. The album's out on October 18th, so if you could stream the shit out of that, that'd be great. And we're looking forward to doing a tour in the UK. So we're going to try and hit some cities we've not hit before. And then if any of you are from Germany, Belgium, France, Czech Republic, we're also going to be playing shows over there next year. So yeah, if you could do any of those, would mean the absolute world to us as a band. And yeah, just obviously your continued support and keep streaming our music.
Well, I wanted to take a moment to thank you, my friend, for creating an album that I enjoyed from top to bottom. The album is not only very immersive, but the mixing of the tracks is absolutely perfect for the album. And I wanted to thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, it means the world to hear that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, and yeah, keep streaming it after it comes out.
Thank you, my friend. And you have a great rest of your day.
I will. You too.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye bye.